Good afternoon, my people. What is going on, Wealth Our Way Nation? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform, Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 140. Is it safe to buy crypto now? But before we get into all that, let me practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you to each and every one of you who are here with me live as I stream across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the YouTube Wealth Our Way Network page. I also want to give the Wild Nation salute to every member of Wild Nation that watches this program overnight when it's pre-recorded over the weekend, anywhere they can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then a heartfelt how are you to the good folks on the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. So, I got thrown off on my intro because Brother Delroy is over there in the chat clowning me for something I posted on the personal page, and he's gonna bring that to the business page. Delroy, you a mess. That's why I'm gonna put you on blast in this episode. Is it safe to buy crypto again? Now, everybody knows because I deal with the private, delicate nature of people's finances, whether they're a client, whether they ask me something in person. I never put anybody's personal information out here, so I'm not going to do that to Brother Delroy. But I am going to reference something that he put in the chat probably like mid last year. Delroy, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were talking about cryptocurrency over a year ago, and he put into the chat that he got beat up with some cryptocurrency. And we didn't go into detail in the chat. We didn't go into detail in private, so we're not going to go into detail now. But it's an interesting point to bring up about cryptocurrency, investing in general, and people's experiences and how those experiences shape them moving forward. So if you know Charles Tank Harris and Wealth Our Way as a platform, you know that's the question which titled this program is a trick question. Is it safe to buy cryptocurrency? The answer is it's always safe to invest your money if you're doing it correctly. And it's never safe to invest your money if you're out here gambling, trading, doing short-term speculative things, if you're not investing. So let's talk about why I say it's safe. I'm going to give you some real number examples that deal with me and my personal finances. So January 6th of this year, I have a Coinbase Pro account, and I own several cryptocurrency coins in my Coinbase Pro account. I also, you've seen Devlin on my show, my buddy Devlin. My buddy Devlin and I have another platform that's a wallet that he likes and a platform that he likes that I do more speculative cryptocurrency purchasing in. But for my core cryptocurrency holdings, I use Coinbase Pro. Everybody has their pros and cons about the different platforms. That's not the purpose of this particular 15 minutes of finance. What I will say is on January 6th, I made a commitment to dollar cost average, and you guys should know what dollar cost averaging is, but I'll reference it here. It is investing the same amount of money at a specified time interval into a specified investment with no concern for how the market is doing. So I made a commitment that every Wednesday of this year, I would take $500 and I would spread it across 5 different coins, 5 different crypto coins. And this is, so be very, very clear. It's being recorded for everybody to see. I am not endorsing that anyone purchase cryptocurrency. I'm definitely not endorsing that anyone follow the 5 coins that I'm about to announce that I personally put my money into on January 6th. This is for education and entertainment purposes. What you choose to do after that, you should consult a licensed financial professional for your individual situation. How's that? So with that being said, I picked 5 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, and Solana. With these 5 coins, I took a percentage of my money that I would allocate into each coin. I feel the best about Bitcoin, so 40% of my money went into Bitcoin. I feel second tier, Ethereum and Chainlink, so 20% each went into Chainlink and Ethereum. And then on the third tier, I have Solana and Cardano. 10% each into those. So 40, 20, 20, 10, 10, it's 100%. Out of $500, that means every Wednesday I put $200 in Bitcoin. Every Wednesday, $100 in Ethereum. Every Wednesday, $100 in Chainlink. Every Wednesday, $50 in Cardano, $50 in Solana. Cardano. I don't know why I want to keep saying Cardano. It's Cardano. With that being said, that's a dollar cost average strategy. Now there's another strategy, doubling down, averaging down. It depends on what you want to call it. When you see a severe dip in an investment that you believe in, you can then put more money into it to buy down. If you, the adage goes, if you loved it at 50, you completely are in love with it at 40. You adore it at 35. Like you just, the lower it gets, the more you can buy into something that you believe was going to a higher number from the very beginning. So besides for my $500 every Wednesday, whenever I saw a significant drop in the crypto market, I would throw some dough in on that day as well. So let me tell you the results before we get into the whole pro and con of dollar cost averaging. You know how I do. So I like to take my notes and do my percentages. I'm a math guy at heart. Had I taken all the money that I was going to invest, so there's been 13 weeks roughly in 13 Wednesdays since the beginning of the year. So I should have put 500 times 13, which would have been 6,500. Now I've also bought more during the course of the year because when I saw big buying opportunities, I put more in. So even though it's none of y'all business, I have $16,500 in these 5 coins. Had I put the entire $16,500 in on the day I started, which was January 6th, I would be down collectively across all 5 coins 3.64%. 3.64%, which means that my $16,500 would be down roughly $600 maybe, a little bit less than that. But so I would have 15.9. But doing it the way I chose to do it, my portfolio today, as I look at it right now, is $20,175, which means I am up 22.28%. I'm up 22.28% on a portfolio that should be down 3.64%. How is that possible? Because I've been buying the dips and dollar cost averaging. So when I put money in on a day that the market's up, my money buys less. When I put my money in on a day that the market is down, my money buys more. More importantly, let's look at the individual holdings. Bitcoin, since January 6th to today, is up 10.87%. In my portfolio, it's up 20.4%. Ethereum is down, it's negligible. It's actually 0.1% that it's down, which is almost saying it's flat. But in my portfolio, I'm up 27.5% in Ethereum. Chainlink is a big loser for the year since January 6th. It's down 31.34%. I'm up 14.9% in Chainlink. Solana, down 18.14%. I'm up 25.34%. Those two are my biggest swings. I am up 14.91 on something that's down 31.34. That's a 45% turnaround. Same thing with Solana. Down 18, but I'm up 25. That's a 43% difference. And lastly, Cardano, which is negligibly, it's basically flat since January 6th. I'm up 19.65%. That is the beauty of dollar cost averaging. Now, let me explain some things because I recommend a book, The 5 Mistakes Every Investor Makes and How to Avoid Them. And in the book, the author of the book talks about why dollar cost averaging is a mistake and you shouldn't do it. Let me explain why he feels that way and why I don't argue with him and don't disagree with him. His belief is that over the long term, which we are all supposed to be long-term investors, that investments go up over the long term. So if investments go up over the 20, 30, 40-year period that we're supposed to be holding them, why not throw all your money in today? Even though it's going to be a bumpy ride on the way up, the sooner you get all your money in, the longer it can grow at that increased number. He's not wrong. Let me tell you guys that very quickly. He's not wrong. But here's why I still believe in dollar cost averaging, even though what he says is 100% correct. First of all, we're human beings. We have psychological preferences. We don't think 40, 30, 25 years out. We think today, tomorrow, maybe next week. Short-term volatility will make us do stupid things. So if we are dollar cost averaging, it calms us down. It lets us know that we will have a buying opportunity when things are down. I've never had a client get mad at me because they didn't make as much money on the way up that they could. But I have had clients get very angry with me when they lose money. Dollar cost averaging, even if it works out the way the gentleman in the book says, all that means is you're going to make a little less because you didn't throw all your money in at once. That's not a bad deal for somebody like Brother Delroy, who's still scared of cryptocurrency because he threw it all in and then watched it go down, panicked, and pulled it out. Had he been dollar cost averaging, I saw some very bad days of cryptocurrency in January and in February, but I just kept buying, putting that little bit in every Wednesday. And now that we've had a strong week and a half of returns, some of my holdings are still not where they were when they started on January 6th, but I'm up. Now I'm going to go in with tomorrow's allocation, and I'm only going to buy Chainlink and Solana because those are the two that are down for the year, and I'm going to use my dollar cost average to rebalance because I rebalance every quarter. So January, February, March, we're going into April. This is the time to rebalance. This is the only time I defer from my normal dollar cost averaging is when it's the day to rebalance your portfolio. I need everything to be exactly as I want it. I need Bitcoin at 40, Chainlink at 20, Ethereum at 20, Cardano at 10, and Solana at 10. So I will do that tomorrow with the $500. I'll make everything cute and neat and to make those asset allocations. So the short 12.5-minute answer is yes, it's safe to buy cryptocurrency. It's always safe to buy cryptocurrency if you know what you're doing. If you have not allocated more money to cryptocurrency than you should be allocating. Most of my clients have as an asset allocation 2 to 5% of their total portfolio can go in cryptocurrency. That means if cryptocurrency goes to zero, they've lost 2 to 5%. Oh, excuse me, Harvard. 2 to 5% of their total investment. I can make that up in other areas, but going to zero is not something I see happening. Let me close out with this because I got 2 minutes left. Tomorrow, I'll be interviewing Carl Seaton. He's a Hollywood TV director, writer, great guy. We're going to talk. He has directed a couple of episodes of the new Bel-Air, which everybody is talking about. Given what happened at the Oscars, and I'm not a gossip dude, you've not seen any of my comments on it. You know, I'm trying to get you guys to focus on finances. You have to understand, Brother Carl works in the industry with these people. We will not be talking about Will Smith's getting slapping people or none of that. That is, you know, you put it in the chat if you want to. We will not be addressing that. So I do recommend the book. And Sister Lindsay, I will bring the book to Thursday's broadcast and hold it up so you guys can see it. I think I have a copy of it here. I know I have it in my Audible. I swear by the book. The book is a great book. I'll put it in the chat tomorrow night as well. So I recommend the book. The guy is brilliant. His 5 tips are spot on. And like I said, over the long term, he is correct. If you even this dollar cost average portfolio that I'm doing that I just explained to you, 50 years from now, it would have made more sense for me to put all my money in on January 6th. But would that have scared me out if I did that is the short-term answer. And we have to be in it for the long term for it to work. So that's why dollar cost averaging works, because it keeps you in. With that being said, thank you guys for joining us. Please be here tomorrow night, 6 p.m. for the Financial Power Hour with my guest, Carl Seaton. I wish you all a happy and successful Tuesday. And remember, wealth is not only for the wealthy. You guys take care.